and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be talking about the 2026 Hobonichi Spring Collection. For those of you who don't know, Hobonichi Spring Collection is a smaller collection of planners that Hobonichi releases around February of every year in anticipation for April 1st, which is when the planners start. So the planners are dated from April 1st till March 31st of the following year. And the reason that the planners start on April 1st is because in Japan, the fiscal year and the academic year actually begin on April 1st. So for a lot of Japanese users of the Hobonichi planner, it actually makes a lot more sense for their planner to start on April 1st and run until March 31st of the next year. And for this reason, the April start Hobonichis actually only are in Japanese. So there are no English versions of the Hobonichi Spring Start planners. So something else about this collection is that it's a much smaller collection. It's not a collection of hundreds of different planner covers in collaboration with different artists and designers. They usually just feature one or two different designers that they're collabing with as new covers to release for the Spring Start, and then bring back some of the other covers that they released for the January start planners. So in this video, we are going to be looking at some of the new covers that we're getting for the 2026 Hobonichi Spring Collection. There's mainly one new collection that's new, as well as the Junji Ito covers, which were released for the first time in Japan for the January starts that are now available in the US for the very first time, which we're very excited about. So we'll be taking a closer look at all of these a little bit later in the video. But I first just wanted to answer and give a little bit more information on Hobonichi Spring Starts. I think a lot of people often wonder why, if these are Japanese planners, why do some people want to use a Spring Start calendar in America if they don't speak Japanese? I think that's a really excellent question. And I have to say that most planner users definitely just go with the January start. So like we do like 90% of our planners at the end of the year for all the January start planners, all the January start calendars. But there's a small group of people that actually really prefer the April start calendars, and here are some of the reasons why. So number one of the biggest reasons that I hear is because a lot of people here in the US are actually looking for an academic planner to start ideally in September, which is when the school calendar starts here. But they prefer the April calendar because I've heard that it more closely aligns. Like if they're college students, it closely aligns with like their spring semester or something like that. So they actually prefer that to a January planner, and they do like the Hobonichi covers. So that's like probably the first reason. And then the second reason that I've heard a lot of the times is that for a lot of people, at the end of the year, which is usually when the January start planners are released, it's the holidays, there's like Thanksgiving, there's Christmas, there's like lots of end of year things for work, for family, for school, for all of these things. And to add on top of all of those things, finding a new planner, setting up a new planner, migrating all your stuff into a new planner is just like another thing to be stressed about in a time that's already kind of stressful for people. So I've heard from a lot of people actually that they prefer to start their planner in April because it's just like a little bit more of a mellow time in life for a lot of people. And so to be setting up a new planner, they actually have time to enjoy that and not have it be like a chore where you're like, oh, I have to write in all of my dates to my planner. I have to write in all the holidays. I have to plan my year. I have to like move out of my cover and into a new one. It's just like one less thing to think about when it's at the end of the year and you're stressing about holiday stuff, parties, and like lots of just like busy time in general. So I think that is another really big reason. So that is a little bit about Hobonichi Spring. Another thing that you might want to know is that Hobonichi is not the only company in Japan that does a spring start calendar. It's a thing because it's a fiscal year start and an academic year start. So a lot of Japanese planner companies will actually make April start planners that begin on April 1st, but Hobonichi just happens to be one that we bring in for April starts at Yoseka. So that's about it for Hobonichi Spring and in general spring start planners that you might want to know. If there's anything we missed, please let us know in the comments. And in the rest of the video, I'll just be showing you some of the new covers for the 2026 Hobonichi Spring collection that we're really excited to see here at Yoseka. And there are going to be lots of re-released covers as well from the January start that we'll see repeats of that won't be in this video, since this video will mainly be focusing on the release of the new designs. Okay, so that was a look at all of the newly released designs for the 2026 Hobonichi Spring collection. These planners start April 1st, and as I was saying before, this collection does feature more than just these covers. They are also re-releasing some of the January start covers again for the spring start, but these are the ones that are new to us here at Yoseka. So it mainly falls into two categories. There's the Unsodo covers, which are basically wood block prints that are over 100 years old that were printed in these two books called Bijutsukai and Shin Bijutsukai by Unsodo. And those are these covers here, which I have to say, like, I am enamored with these covers. They're so good. Let me know what you guys think. And then I also showed the Junji Ito Tomie covers, which were really, really popular during the fall launch for the January start planners. People were so sad that they weren't available here in the US. So they have finally made them available to US retailers here widely. So that's only for the spring start collection. So I know a lot of us are super excited about this. Let us know in the comments what you think about these covers. There's also some really cute accessories to go with these collections. And what are you thinking about the spring starts? Like, are you one of these people who would use a spring start calendar to sort of offset your stress for the year end? Or are you like kind of sticking with the January start planners? Let us know in the comments, and thank you all so much for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe this video if you enjoyed it. We post videos like this all the time about stationery on our channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!